Alright guys, so I'm going to be reviewing the last few episodes of Steven Universe, so basically Bismuth, Beta, and Earthlings. That's, yeah, so, bit of a catch-up review, so I'm going to start things off with, of course, Bismuth. Now, oh my god, was Bismuth, they treated this as a big 30-minute special. Oh boy, did they deliver. Now, this is, of course, the story of the gem we saw way back when Steven went into Lion's Mane way back in Season 1, and oh man, was it this episode heartbreaking. Yeah, while I've never really watched Orange is the New Black, the voice actress who played Bismuth, she really sells it. She really sells, this character as a broken and very fierce character as well, and she can also hit the humor really hard on hit the nail on the humor scale hard on the head. Bismuth is a very interesting character because she's very complex. She's of course angry at Rose, but at the same time she's glad that she's back, and it's very interesting to see this kind of character play out in this story. Now, Bismuth, what we find out is that Bismuths in general were engineers. They were blacksmiths. They forged everything you see in all these ruins of the gem temples. They were basically, the Bismuths created them. And Bismuth was inspired by Rose, who we discover is, I guess all the theories of Pink Diamond are, now officially dashed. But however, it does look like what we find out I'll get more into that with Earthlings and Beta, is that while she is not pink, Rose Quartz is not Pink Diamond, as we all kind of theorized, she was really a Quartz soldier who was under the same command with Bismuth, and she was a Quartz who decided, no, I'm going to stand up and fight back. So Bismuth followed her, and she was one of the original crystal gems. We also discover, why only Pearl and Garnet survived her, when the corruption from the diamonds happened. Yeah, it turns out, when the corruption happened, only Rose managed to save Garnet and Pearl, and that was really it. And she also, bubbled Bismuth, which I'll get to in a moment. She was a lot of fun. I'm also kind of hoping that later on down the road, I know, we kind of don't really see their new upgrade weapons in the new 2 episodes. But I'm kind of hoping we get the new upgrade weapons for Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl used somewhere down the road. I think those were pretty cool. When I saw them, I was like, oh man, that looks so cool. I hope they use more of them, like Pearl's trident, Garnet's brass knuckles, the cat at nine tails for Amethyst. Yeah, those were all really good weapons. Those were all just really cool weapons, and I'm hoping to see more of them somewhere down the road, if at all they decide to use them. What else was there with this character? She was very complex, and also, it was cool to see, there was a forge. She Bismuth alone built all the weapons for all the gems. She constructed all of the material weapons. She even forged Rose's sword, and I thought that was so cool. Then we get towards the tail end of the episode where we discover, and this was something I kind of theorized, one of the theories I had for why Bismuth was bubbled and locked away was because she did something that Rose didn't approve of. She did something that Rose didn't approve of, and what she did was build a weapon, which, by the way, that breaking point, why do I keep saying Shatterpoint? This isn't Mace Windu's power. That breaking point was, is it just me? Or did that breaking point remind anyone of Megatron's fusion cannon? I don't know, just like, strapping it to the arm, and it had like the bulkiness to it. I was like, I don't know, I just couldn't get the image of Megatron's fusion cannon out of my head when I saw that. I know it's not a cannon, it's a drill. I'm fully aware of that, but the design of it, just like, for some reason, I couldn't help but think, is it just me, or is that like Megatron's fusion cannon? Anyway. So, what else was there with this episode? We do discover that, Bismuth did something that, Rose didn't exactly approve of, and... sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, anyway. But no, what we find out is that, Rose and Bismuth did have kind of a falling out, and we are starting to see, especially, talking, what I'm going to talk about with Earthlings and Beta, is that we're starting to see slowly more and more that Rose did some dirty shit in the war. She did some real dirty shit that her son and the rest of the Crystal Gems look like they're going to be paying for in the near future. Especially what we find out in Earthlings and Beta. Oh my god. But yeah, it's starting off with Bismuth where, yeah, Rose didn't even, she lied to her friend, she lied to her closest friend saying, oh no, we lost track of her and, during this battle, it's totally fine, we'll mourn her later. And it was kind of sad too, because Bismuth was like, yeah, they were my friends too, and you didn't even bother telling anyone about me. You just wrote me off. Man. Yeah, this is, this is really, this show is clearly showing, especially in the third season, that we ain't playing around no more. we're done fooling around. We're in for the big time now. So for this episode, we had, we also had, another great fight. This whole week, the previous week, was nothing but really great fights, and Steven and Bismuth's fight was just fantastic. I also loved Bismuth's ability to go, like, hammers and, sides and all these other type of weapons she could just form out of her, just out of her hands. I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, it does kind of end with, it's a really tragic ending, and I was just feeling, oh god, the feels. Oh god. Why was... I'm trapped once again in the glass case of emotion. Oh no. Anyway, so the episode was really good. Yeah, I'm really wondering if we're going to see Bismuth again, because she is bubbled, and it's very clear, this is very underlying of PTSD, and, she really became an extremist, so she's kind of a wild card, but I wouldn't leave it up to chance that we may see her again in the future, sometime in the future seasons. But anyway, so that's pretty much all I had to say just to cover Bismuth, the Bismuth episode. And now we move on to Beta and Earthlings, that two-parter. Oh my god. So, first and foremost with the first part, Beta, can we all just agree that Lapis and Peridot's home is amazing? I think we could all just, like, collectively agree that house wins, like, fucking everything. Oh, man, and it's cool to see Lapis and Peridot, like, hang out, and they're actually being, like, friendly towards one another. I also love how they've also created art, or as they call it, Meat Mop. Like, when they're showing all the artwork to to Steven and Amethyst, I absolutely love what they're just talking about, and I couldn't help but think of that one episode from The Simpsons where Homer builds is trying to build the grill. So now I've, like, got it in my head of, like, I'm really hoping this becomes, like, an piece of art, of fan art as well, of, like, Peridot trying to build a grill, and it just falls to a thing of concrete. She just freaks out. She's like, Why must my life be so hard? Why must I fail at every attempt at masonry? Ah! And then it just cuts away to Steven and Lapis, and Steven goes, you think Peridot's done with her grill yet? Ah! Yeah, she's done. Oh, man. Anyway. But no, let's all admit that, yeah, we all want their house. We all collectively want their house. Also, is it just me, or does Jasper and Amethyst's rivalry almost feel kind of like Wolverine and Sabretooth? It almost feels like Wolverine and Sabretooth's rivalry. That's what I'm kind of feeling like with those two, is that it feels a lot like the classic Wolverine-Sabretooth rivalry, where you got the small guy who feels like he can't win a fight against the stronger, more superior villain, who's quintessentially a psychopath. And, yeah. Also, we find something else. I'll get to, when I finally move on to Earthlings, trust me, I got a lot to say about that. But anyway, I'm going to talk a little more about Beta here. We also discover that Jasper was born on Earth, like Amethyst. She was probably also the only good one in a bad lot. She was born in a Beta kindergarten during the final days of the war. It turns out that, yeah, these new kindergartens were basically just scrambling. Homeworld was scrambling to get more gems out, and they had to make another site to quintessentially keep up with the war against rose quartz. And I guess unlike Amethyst, who was defective in her more perfect forms of the quartz soldiers, Jasper was the opposite, where she was the best one of a bad lot. All the other ones were just like, we're all here, and they all were kind of defective. Jasper was the opposite. She was the one good soldier that came out of this and served her diamond, who, again, I'll be talking about in a bit. Because, oh god, that revelation made me go, holy shit. But no, I really like that. I really dig that, Peridot's also trying to get her, her metal powers to work. It's not like, it's not like how we all thought it'd be like, instant Magneto. Nope, it's not like that. It's a work in progress. I also, just getting back real quick on the house, on the, Peridot and Lapis's house, I love when she's like, hey, I need to make sure Lapis is okay. Hey, Lapis, you okay? And they just have this big back and forth. I'm like, yeah, you guys are already a couple, I could already tell. Hashtag Lapidot. Oh, man. But yeah, that beta was a great intro, and it also, Jasper was quintessentially capturing corrupted quartz soldiers and keeping them to, tame them. It's almost like a sick, twisted version of what the gems were doing with, they were bubbling them to, spare them from pain. But, she was just keeping them to, break them and tame them, more or less, for her own gem army, more or less. So, yeah, if you didn't think... And then we come to Earthlings. Oh, boy. Seriously, if your jaw wasn't hitting the ground in this episode, I really don't know what to tell you. Oh my god, in just 15 minutes they managed to do hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Oh my god. We were trying to get over Bismuth, and then it just goes instantly awesome to this. So, anyway, Jasper more or less is why do I keep saying more or less? Yeah, she's basically capturing corrupted gems because they're quartz, and she's trying to enslave them to make her own gem army. And we it's kind of like Amethyst. Also, I didn't talk about this in beta, but it's almost like Jasper and Amethyst are like sisters. They're almost like they're from the same planet. They came from different kindergartens on Earth. And it's kind of funny because at the end of the episode, Amethyst says, "I got you, sis." And you kind of end up pitying her. Because here's why. We get a huge revelation in this episode. Jasper wasn't under the command of Yellow Diamond. She was under the command of Pink Diamond. Yeah, the diamond we all assumed that was Rose Quartz. No. She wasn't Rose, Rose Quartz wasn't Pink Diamond. Rose Quartz murdered Pink Diamond. Oh, shit. Yeah. And it's also the whole reason behind Jasper's whole war against Rose Quartz. It's not because, she's doing it to carry out a mission. She's doing this in the name of her dead master. She's almost like, you can almost pity her now. She's almost like a Ronin. She's almost like a master, she's a Ronin trying to, avenge her master. Ronin, of course, the masterless samurai. And that's kind of what you can look at her now, is that she's kind of like a Ronin. Anyway, so Jasper, of course, is, we find out, she was, she's doing this in the name of Pink Diamond, who we all kind of we more or less theorized was Rose Quartz, but no, Rose Quartz was just a quartz soldier under the command of Pink Diamond, and then she rebelled, and I guess Rose murdered her. And that's probably why we don't see a lot of the Pink Diamond emblem, but I'm wondering if there's more to that, to Rose killing Pink Diamond than we're finding out. And let's not forget the other thing that happened. Smoky Quartz. Yeah, Steven actually fused with Amethyst. Something we never thought they could do was actually, she could fuse with Amethyst. He can actually fuse with the gems now. It's not just, we all just assumed he could just fuse with humans. no, he can, Steven can now fuse with the other gems. So now it just opens the possibility of, holy shit, who else can you fuse with? Who else can you, now we're all kind of hoping, oh, who's he going to fuse with Pearl? What's he going to turn into when he turns into Garnet, when he fuses with Garnet? The possibilities are endless, and I love how it's a completely new fusion, and I like how it's completely different. It's not, it's like, it's like a 3-armed creature that uses a yo-yo as a weapon. It's completely bad. It's completely awesome. It's also a little awkward character, but it's new. It's supposed to be a little awkward. It's oh man, Smoky Quartz. That was so cool. Also, apparently the voice actress was also from Orange is the New Black, from what I'm told. So I guess they, I guess they're just kind of digging around for new, for Orange is the New Black voice actors when they got the one to do Bismuth. So I was like, they were probably like, hey, let's get a few more. Anyway, so with we got more of the Smoky Quartz, and then we got something I was kind of predicting what would happen. Yep, Jasper gets corrupted. She fuses with a corrupted gem, and the corruption starts to take over. And it's really sad because, Jasper we all thought was a monster, and and for all intents and purposes she is. But really, she's just doing everything she did. She hasn't done in the name of Yellow Diamond. She's doing this in the name of her dead master. She's, there's something almost admirable about that. There's something, you can't help, again, like I said, I'm making that comparison to the whole, Ronin trying to, save her master. Not save her master, avenge her master. It all makes kind of sense now why she was so gung-ho of going after Rose Quartz. She was not only a traitor to the same diamond, she was also the murderer of the diamond she served. Man. Talk about, talking about complex here. Jasper is not some two-dimensional character. She is, like I said, you can almost sympathize with this character. Man. I can't wait for when Steven finds more. We're finding more and more, this with the Bismuth, this in the Bismuth episode. Like I said earlier, we're discovering more and more that Rose was not some squeaky clean leader. She kept some secrets, she made some, dirty moves. And I'm guessing that first, when she first started this rebellion, she shattered Pink Diamond. So, I can't wait for that story to unfold. Anyway, oh man, then we had the new fusion. Steven can actually now fuse with the gems. Again, I can't wait to see what kind of fusions they'll make with, Lapis, Peridot, Garnet, and Pearl. Man. And also, it was just really heartbreaking to see Jasper get corrupted. It was something I expected to see, but at the same time, I wasn't looking forward to seeing it, if that makes any sense. Oh man, these episodes, man, these... And then we come off with the ending, with Lapis, Garnet, and Pearl holding the rubies. I can't help but think to myself, man, it must have been like that a Looney Tunes moment with them in the ship. You know how Bugs Bunny would trick his enemies, and going one way and they'd be like, hey, wait a minute. I bet you like halfway to Neptune, they were like, hey, wait a minute. That might have been how it was for them. That might have been the case for those guys. Man. Oh man. This season has just been fantastic. We've been seeing a lot of Homeworld. We've been seeing a lot of this show in general, just showing off, how intense it can be and how you can feel for even the most asshole of characters, or even the most terrifying. Because, like I said, even I'm not condoning what Jasper did and what she attempted to do. Hell, she tried to kill Amethyst and everyone around her. But at the same time, you can't help but be like, she's a soldier who's trying to avenge her, the person she loyally served. She was attempting to right a wrong in her mind. She was the perfect soldier. And this wasn't a matter of being, doing this for Homeworld. This was a matter of saving Pink Diamond's honor. That's what it was really about, for her. And I'm really wondering why have the gems decided to just forget Pink Diamond? I mean, not the gems, the Diamond Authority have they just been like, well, she's dead, whatever, it's just the three of us. But it also makes a little more sense of why. This might actually explain why the corruption happened, why we had the corruption, because the Diamonds had lost a sister. They had lost Pink Diamond, and that might also explain why Yellow Diamond is so gung-ho of destroying the Earth. You know, she wants that planet to die because they killed one of us. Something we lost cred to that. We lost a sister to that. Man. Just when you think you know the show, it does a 180 on don't it? Oh, man. But you guys tell me, what did you guys think of of Bismuth, Beta, and Earthlings? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.